Alright, so in this video, we're going to be going over everything animations-wise. But first, we're going to go over the stuff that's new. And then, within the video, we're going to give you guys pretty much the best animations for jump shots, shot cream animations, dribble moves, dunk packages, anything that you can think of animation-wise, no matter what height, no matter what build, in this video. If you guys want more videos like this, just like the video. Subscribe if you're new. That's all I ask. Let's hop into it. So, off the rip. First thing I see when I get on the season, or the game for the new season, they now have jump shots. And if you played last year, they never dropped new jump shots. I guess now because jump shots have requirements, they are now dropping jump shots. So a new jump shot that dropped was Devin Booker. And I told y'all, we did a video. We dropped it yesterday. If you haven't seen that already, we dropped a video studying all the jump shots, so there's even more jump shots to study. But Devin Booker is one of the new ones, and this was the thing that they just didn't do all last year. I don't think they're gonna add too many more. Here goes another one. Kyle Korver is another one, which you have to have an 89 three-pointer, and this is for builds that's like 6'4". If I put on show all, it's gonna be even more jump shots. Oh my gosh, they added so many jump shots. Actually, no, I'm tripping. No, I'm tripping. All these joints that say restricted are just jump shots. I just can't get on this build because of height and stuff. You'll see the new ones that says season 2 beside it. So doesn't look like there's not too many big men or guard ones. It really looks like it's just like 6'5" to 6'9", which is what this build is. So Kyle Korver, Devin Booker. Do I see any more? All right, so maybe there is some new jump shots. Okay, so now they got lethal shooter as well. If you don't know who that is, that's a person that really helps a lot of people with their jump shots. But maybe they did add some more jump shots as well, but it's just restricted, so it doesn't show us. So maybe they added some more, but yeah, we're gonna look at that on different builds. All right, so now we on the guards, and we got a 3-point rating as high as possible. So Devin Booker is available on guards as well. It's a jump shot that you only need to be below 6'10". That's interesting. I'm interested to see if they change some of these jump shots height based off, like, maybe they change like LaMelo Ball. Did they change anything of these requirements for Melo Ball and stuff like that, because it is a very popular? And no, I don't think they did. So we'll see if they added any more jump shots besides Devin Booker, which I don't know if they did or not. I just want to double check. And yeah, you can't get Kyle Korver on this, but you do get lethal shooter, just like you did on the other one. And I have an 89 3 ball, and that's pretty much the highest. Now if I show the restricted, it's gonna be like jump shot that you just can't get. And yeah, we're gonna look at the bigs too, so don't worry. All right, now we're looking at the bigs. So for the bigs, let's see if they got any new jump shots. And no. And this is a build with a 92 3 ball. So it looks like the only 2 new jump shots that we got in the game is Devin Booker. All right, so we're just gonna go down the list now. Apparently, you don't even have to do it like that. All you gotta do is do the show all, and it's gonna pretty much show you everything that's been released. So no new layup styles. Dunk styles, they have a new dunk style. They didn't do this one time last year, give us a new jump shot or a dunk style. They already gave us new jump shots, new dunk styles, and we now have Devin Booker as a dunk style as well as a jump shot. Dribble pull-ups, they have new dribble pull-ups. I think the only one is Kyrie Irving. And yeah, this is pretty much only showing a couple of them, but yeah, this is pretty much the Kyrie Irving one. And then when it comes to spin jumpers, De'Aaron Fox is a new spin jumper that we have. So for the people that wanted to see that, we have that. Hop jumpers, the new hop jumpers in the game. Michael Jordan now has a hop jumper, which is one of the best fades in the game. So him having a hop jumper is interesting. I don't know if I ever really seen him do a hop jumper. Maybe I'm tripping, but yeah. Carmelo has a new post fade. For the post hooks, no new ones. Post hop shots, no new ones. Now for the thing people really probably care about the most is the dribble style. Now, a lot of these dribble style, a lot of people don't even use, but Magic Johnson, I was finna say Michael Jackson, but Magic Johnson has a new dribble style, and that's it for the dribble styles. When it comes to 6 size-ups, I feel like the things that people care about the most being new is going to be 6 size-ups, and then, like, the escapes. So, Baron Davis has a new size-up. ZJ McCollum has a new size-up. Breanna Stewart has a new size-up, a WNBA player, and those are the size-ups. Now for the escapes, they have Kevin Durant, and I think that's it. So the only new one they added for the escapes is Kevin Durant. So no Curry, no Trae Young. For the crossovers, did they add anything new? They now have Jason Williams, who's one of the best dribblers of all time. Behind the back, they now have Kawhi Leonard. Not too crazy. Karl-Anthony Towns. They have a spin from last year, which was pretty popular last year. Not the most popular, but it was still pretty popular. And then for the step backs, they didn't add anything new. For the triple dutch style, they didn't add anything new. For the park flashy, they didn't add anything. And for the park But for the past styles, they didn't really add anything new. Alright, so when it comes to the animations, now we hopping into everything. This is gonna have you with the best animations in the game for if you're a guard, 6'5" to 6'9", 6'5" and below, 6'10" and up. If you're big, you're gonna get everything in this one video. Now, if you guys want jump shots, dunk packages, layups, dribble moves, post animations, shot create animations, it does not matter. It will be in this video. I will put the timestamps to everything. If I don't do that, let me know in the comments down below. But if I don't do it, I ain't doing my job. I'm trying to have it, but make sure to let me know if I don't. But yeah, let's hop into it. So when it comes to the best jump shots, I gave y'all pretty much everything you need to know for everything jump shot. So we're not gonna waste too much time on that at all. I'm gonna just go over some things that I kind of forgot and left out that is kind of important. Now, real quick, when it comes to releases, I went over this in deep detail. You're gonna have to watch the full video yesterday to really get what I'm saying, but releases do affect shot release timing. So depending on your releases, it's gonna be better for certain shot release timings. Like if you wanna use certain releases for late, they're gonna be better releases than others for late. Just like the same thing for early, same thing for very late, same thing for very early. If you don't know what I mean by that, you gotta watch yesterday's video. It's just that simple. But let's hop into it. So if you making a build that's 6'5" and under, or 6'4" and under, I guess, because you want to be below 6'5", you're gonna actually be able to get these jump shots. Stephen Curry, in my opinion, is the best one. Now, after Stephen Curry, I will go LaMelo Ball, but there's some other underrated jump shots. You can go Cole Anthony's. You can go with a lot of different people. If I'm going after Curry, I would say D-Wade, but those two are pretty much the best, most consistent jump shots for a large variety of people in the game. Now, if you're 6'5" to 6'9", in my opinion, LaMelo Ball, Bielisa, Brissett, it's a lot of good ones, but in my opinion, the best one in the games, hands down, is Kyle Kuzma. Now, like I showed you guys earlier in the video, they do have new ones like a Kyle Korver and a Devin Booker, which we have not been able to test yet, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't see it being nowhere near as good as Kyle Kuzma is in this game right now. And if you've seen the patch notes, they didn't change really anything for shooting. Only thing they changed now is when you get greens, it's not gonna go straight net no more. Or not no more. You gotta get actual pure greens to get straight net. But even then, it's not gonna always give you straight net even when you get pure greens. So you don't even always even know if you're getting pure greens no more, which is a very odd thing. But yeah, that's a change that 2K did. Now there's a couple different things, but there's nothing like real significant gameplay wise that they patched. They didn't really patch steals, they didn't really patch blocks or anything like that. So just letting you guys know that. Now, didn't really go over the best releases, but if you want to go with the best releases for a 6'5" to 6'9", I would say Larry Bird and then Oscar Robertson. So I'm gonna show you guys kind of how you want to blend it. So I'm gonna go Bird, then I'm gonna go Oscar Robertson. Then when it comes to this, you want to put your release speed max pretty much every single time. Put it more towards Oscar Robertson. You want that A-. You can go 88, 12. You can go all the way down to 18, 82. But what I do, I go 85, 15. I just feel like when it has a 5 in it, it's a little bit more meshed well. I don't know what it is. It's just me. Now, like I said, you can go with a lot of different jump shots, like the Brissetts, the Melos. It's a lot of different ones. You can go for the 6'5" to 6'9", but Kyle Kuzma is what's worked for me. Now, releases wise for the 6'4" and under, there's a lot you can go with. You can go with a Matt Thomas. You can go with a Steph Curry. You can go with Oscar Robertson. You can go with a lot of releases for the 6'4" and under. The one that I really want to go over is for the bigs. Now, for the bigs, you kind of don't have as many options, but Brissett is a really good one. Chris Bosh, whenever I see a big using Chris Bosh, usually they're green. I've really yet to see a big that's not really consistent with Chris Bosh. But if you want a little bit of a fast one, you can go with Brissett. But in my opinion, my favorite one for my personal use has been Bielisa. Now, if you guys want the best spot ups, jump shots, I would say KCP, Bielisa, and some other ones here and there, like maybe a Kobe Bryant, a Vince Carter. But those are the ones I would probably recommend. Now, if you're a big man when it comes to releases that you can put on, go ahead, throw on Tim Duncan, throw on Kevin Love, and you should be straight. Now, if you want the full detailed video going over everything, jump shots from badges to all the shot attributes to the shot release timing, literally anything you can think of for shooting, I went over everything, bro, in one video. Go watch that. It's that simple. So I was checking my analytics. Even with 100K, we still have 80% of you guys not subscribed. I don't know what else I gotta do. Now, if you guys want to get more in touch with me, you can join the Discord. But how you watching my videos and not subscribe? Subscribe! It's that simple. All right, next, when it comes to the dribble styles. Now, when it comes to dribble styles, I've tested all these out except for the newest ones. And the only new one that we have is Magic Johnson. Now, in my opinion, we've had Magic Johnson for the past couple years, so I don't think that's going to be remotely as good. Now, when it comes to ball protection, some of these aren't even used because they're not going to be the fastest. So, Chris Paul, a Michael Jordan, those are pretty much going to be the most popular ones because, one, Chris Paul has a really glitchy thing in it where you can use it and it doesn't even waste your adrenaline boost, and Michael Jordan is really what a lot of people use just because they don't have that 80 plus speed ball. But a lot of people don't have it above an 80, like an 85, an 88, or even a 92. The best one in the game is actually Stephen Curry. If you want to have the fastest one, Stephen Curry. But the best one in the game actually technically is Chris Paul because you can actually do a glitch in the game where you don't actually have to take adrenaline boost. But it does, depending on how you got to master it. But yeah, those are the best dribble styles in the game, in my opinion. Not Zach LaVine, but LeBron James, Allen Iverson, some underrated ones, but those are the ones I would say are the best ones in the game. All right, next is the signature size up. Now, I've used a lot of different ones this whole year. Steve Francis, Trae Young are probably the best ones for like guards. I like Rayford Austin as well, Cade Cunningham, De'Aaron Fox. But if I'm going with like a taller player, I would say Tracy McGrady is the best one. I have been using Jalen Suggs though for a while, but I slowed down on that because I feel like the dribble moves are just too slow. And if you play like actual good locks, you know they can time any dribble, so you don't want nothing to be too obvious. So Jalen Suggs was just a little too slow. Yeah, maybe he got me the fastest speed boost, but that's not always the most important thing. So yeah, I would say Tracy McGrady is the best one because not only is it gonna be good for speed boost, but it's actually really fast. It's really fast. So yeah, that's what I would say for the my controller just went crazy. But yeah, that's what I would say for the signature size. All right, next is gonna be the escape dribbles. Now when it comes to escape dribbles, there's a new one in Kevin Durant. Now Kevin Durant is a interesting one, but I don't think it's gonna be nowhere near as viable as the best of the best on NBA 2K23 as of right now. Because when it comes to the best, in my opinion, you're either going with John Wall to have the best like crab animations and stuff like that, or you're going with LeBron James. Those are the two I would say people are going with. That's because look at the ball handle. You only need an 80 or a 70. Now, if you can get the 90 plus, I would recommend Damian Lillard if you want to have the hot back. But Kyrie Irving also has the hot back. But if you're a real dribbler, you're throwing on Kyrie Irving. If you're a real dribbler, you're throwing on Kyrie Irving. There's a lot of crazy stuff you can do on my guard. I'm not really a crazy dribbler, and I actually enjoy using Kyrie Irving. It's really, really fun. But the thing is, Damian Lillard is a little bit more my speed. It's a little bit more simple. Not even a lot more simple. But those are the best ones in the game in totality. Now, you can go with a lot of different things, but those are the things I would 100% guarantee those are the best four in the game. All right, next is the move and crossover. I believe there was a new move and crossover as well, but it didn't look too crazy, I'm going to be honest. But the best ones in the game is Lonzo Ball, James Harden. I have been using Donovan Mitchell for a while because I was testing out a lot of stuff. LeBron James, Michael Jordan, but I think Lonzo Ball or James Harden is going to be the best ones. I believe James Harden is the go-to one. I have been testing stuff out, like I said, so I do be switching back and forth with Lonzo Ball and James Harden as of right now. But I like the Lonzo Ball tween in comparison to the James Harden, but the James Harden has a little bit better of a combo of a crossover and a tween. So it's really on you. All right, next is the move behind the backs. Now, when it comes to moving behind the backs, this is very interesting because they now had added a Kawhi Leonard, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna be using that. Now, depending on if I get used to it, maybe, but you know how people try to bump steals. I feel like Pro right now is the best one in the game for like the lower rated dribblers. Now, Allen Iverson and Zach LaVine, those are good to a certain extent, but they do too much and it goes too wide. People are so used to playing that. People are just really not used to playing that Pro, so they're not really gonna be as good at guarding that. Now, if a lot of people start putting on Pro, then maybe then people get used to guarding that Pro. But from my experience with Pro in comparison to Zach LaVine and Allen Iverson, it is way harder to get ripped with Pro than those other two, and it's a lot better. It's a lot better in my opinion, especially with a lot of people trying to rim run. I feel like Pro is the best one for rim run. Now, when it comes to these higher rated dribble moves, you got Stephen Curry, Kyrie Irving, Damian Lillard, and Trae Young. Now, if you want to say the best one in totality, I would probably say Damian Lillard. Now, if you're more of a guard, then I would say Stephen Curry. And it's literally that simple. It's literally quite that simple. All right, next is the moving spin. This year, I think hands down is basic, bro. They're so, like, the moving spin, like the spin backs are just so good at getting you open. Anything for me that's getting me open as fast as possible, I'm putting it on. And yeah, we can do spin backs and all the other ones, but like there's just a bigger variety of spin backs in basic. And I'm always been one to say I want to be able to do more than just spin backs. But this year, where you want to be able to get open in as small a dribble moves as possible, I think move and spin basic is actually one of the more auto dribble moves in the game. All right, next is the move and hesitation. The best one in the game is Luka Doncic. You throwing anything else, you're kind of trolling. Zach LaVine is cool, but Luka Doncic has the glitch hezzy, and that's just is what it is at that point. I can't really say no more. All right, next is the move and step back. Now, call me crazy, but the move and step back that I've been using lately is James Harden. Now, with the James Harden, it's a lot of different things. It's just a completely different than the Luka. Now, Luka is by far the meta, and that's because when you can combo with it, like your spin back and all type of stuff with the Luka, and you can actually speed boost in and out of it, which is not as easy to do with the James Harden. But the James Harden, for the way I play, it just fits me a little bit more than the Luka. I found myself using the James Harden step back more than I found myself using the Luka Doncic step back. Now, the Luka Doncic, if you are doing a lot of combos and stuff like that, then yeah, Luka Doncic. Like, if you on some Steezel stuff where you have fully, like, got it together to, like, be able to do your combos and not waste stamina, because that's what Luka Doncic is actually kind of good for, not wasting, like, your adrenaline boost, then y'all by all means use Luka Doncic. If you got it all mastered with the spin backs and stuff like that, by all means use Luka Doncic. But if you want a good alternative, go with not Jason Tatum. Not Jason Tatum, but James Harden. All right, next, last but not least for the, I guess the dribble moves is going to be the triple style. That's hands down going to be Michael Jordan. By far the best one. It's probably going to be like that the whole year. And I almost forgot the pass styles. Now, when it comes to the pass styles, I've tested a lot of these, as you can see. Now, I got guard builds that can get LaMelo and guard builds that can get Magic Johnson. Those are 85. I haven't really tested the 90, but I've seen footage of it. And yeah, I would say from my experience, I seen people, I'm not even gonna say people. 2K Lab did a video on this, and they was comparing LeBron to a lot of these, and none. Those two, when it comes to, like, they get it out your hands a lot faster. But if you've had these animations in the game where you will pass it dead into a player that don't even press X, what LaMelo Ball, Magic Johnson is really good. Yeah, it'll take a little bit longer to get out your hands, but the longer it takes to get out your hands, the faster the pass is, because it takes longer to get out your hands, because 9 times out of 10, that's taking longer to get out your hands because they're cocking it back or doing putting a lot more power on it. So you got to think of it like that as well. But also, they are trying to pass it around defenders as well. So LeBron and none, those really not really for that. It's really to get it to the player as fast as possible, which sometimes it can be good. But for certain things like bounce passes, throwing lobs, there are just other pass styles that are better. So when it comes to choosing your pass style, you gotta know what you're doing it for. But by all means, don't throw on fundamental. It's just a fact. All right, next is gonna be the dunk packages, and y'all know we love them dunks around here. So it's very simple. It's very simple. On this game, you don't need much. Okay, so quick drops off one. Now, quick drops off one, if you want to use it to the highest of its ability, you want to have limitless takeoff. Now, you want to at least have it silver. It's very simple to get silver. It doesn't take too much. If you get pretty much that quick drops, I'm pretty sure it's an 80. I'm pretty sure to get silver, it's only like a 79. So if you get quick drops, you're probably going to be able to have silver. Now, on next gen, you have to do a lot of stuff making your build to be able to have silver, because 9 times out of 10 it's a tier 3 unless you did make a 6-9. So yeah, but yeah, quick drops, we all know that's Mr. Otto. I've been going over that for a while, but I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of dying a little bit with how many people are using it. I gotta find me some new stuff. But yeah, quick drops is pretty much auto when it comes to 2 hands. You don't really have to put on anything else. All right, now next things I want to say is the reverses. Now when it comes to reverses, I feel like baseline reverse off 1. If you want to go with baseline reverses off 2, they're good. You just want to have reverse dunks this year. Now, honestly, I have a build with a 99 dunk, and I'm gonna be real. If I'm playing 35, it doesn't really activate as much. My layup activates more than my reverse dunk. I will say that. But I really only use it to get a bailout. So I will say that. Now, if you want to be real, I feel like the spamming X or square to like do a double clutch layup is a little bit more consistent than a reverse dunk. So if you really just want to throw in quick drops and just, if you feel like you're finna get a bad animation, press X or square to get out of that to really get you a crazy animation, you can do that. And it's really hard to block. So I just want to make sure that's known. And I have been using back scratchers, but I was using back scratchers without limitless takeoff, so I gotta test that. But if you do want some NBA players, I would say the best ones is Russell Westbrook, LeBron James. John Morant is good for certain rim hangs. Jordan, we all know how that is. But I want to say this: you do want to have flashy dunks on, because flashy dunks does give you a boost to your takeover meter. Now, accelerator does give you takeover very fast, but I just want to make sure that's known, that people understand that. When it comes to the standing dunks, the best ones in the game, in my opinion, is either the two-hand, under basket regular, or the one hand. But I like two hands for safety, so me personally, I have two hand. I just got my build to this overall, so I don't even have these equipped. I'm gonna equip that right now. All right, when it comes to the contact dunks, if you haven't seen my contact dunk tutorial, I will probably put that as well in the comments down below. If you guys want me to do the dribble tutorial for y'all boys, a lot of people saying that on the jump shot. Y'all want that, like the video. I got that for y'all boys. But when it comes to the contact dunk tutorial, or the contact dunks, pretty much, when it comes to this, just put on as many packages as possible. The packages are going to have certain animations for where you are on the floor and where the other person is on the floor. And the more animation you have, the more frequency you'll have, because you'll have as many animations as possible for as many situations as possible for you and the person that you're dunking on. If that makes sense, just throw in as many as possible. But I will say, if you want to have as much fun as possible, just throw in the elites and you're going to get some crazy stuff. It's facts. But yeah, that's pretty much the content dunks. When it comes to the alley-oops, I throw in Elite and Zion. I'm gonna be honest. With the alley-oop meter, you want to have the fastest ones on. Well, I do. Bro, Pro is so much slower than the Elite and the Zion Williamsons. It's so much slower. It's like night and day. So I don't know if that was limitless takeoff not being on. I don't know what that was, but I need Elite or Zion Williamson on at all times. I need it. I literally need it. So I'm going with those 9 times out of 10. But if you are big and you want the standing dunks, you for sure need Pro. So that's another thing. But yeah, it just kind of is what it is. It's just a is what it is type of thing. It's facts. All right, next we moving into the shot creator animations. Now, when it comes to shot creator animations, we got the dribble pull-ups, the hop jumpers, and the spin jumpers. Now, for the best hop jumpers in the game, the best one in the game for everybody is Trae Young. Trae Young is the best one because it creates the most space. It's the quickest one, and it's going to pretty much get you the most open more consistently. That's why everybody pretty much uses Trae Young, but you only can use that if you're under 6'5". Now, what about the people that's 6'5" to 6'9"? I would say Michael Jordan is the best one, but if you guys want an alternative, you can also go with normal 2. My favorite one has been Michael Jordan, but if you want to use normal 2, it's also a really good one. The only thing I say about normal 2, the pull-up is disastrous bad. Like, it's so slow. I can't get with it. I love the fact that this year, like the dribble pull-ups, no matter if it's an NBA player or not, it's really very suited towards your custom jump shot or your regular jump shot, which is a W. All right, next is going to be the spin jumper. Now, when it comes to the spin jumper, the best spin jumper in the game is Pro, normal, or Allen Iverson. Now, if you're big, you can go with Kevin Durant as well. You can go with normal. But yeah, I would go with Allen Iverson if you're a guard. I would go with Pro or normal. I think normal is really good. I would say it's arguably the best one in the game, but I've been using Pro a lot. But honestly, I don't even really use spin jumpers. I use it, like I said, to really get bailed out of, and that's what Pro is really good for. All right, next is the hop jumpers. Now, I'm gonna say this off the rip. For guards, y'all got it good, because y'all got the 2 best ones. Kyle Lowry, Allen Iverson, those are the 2 best ones in the game. If you want some a little bit more versatile, go with Trae Young. Trae Young has a crazy variety of animations within this one package. If you're 6'5" to 6'9", I use Harden and I got it mastered, because if you don't know, to get Accelerator, you have to play a lot of micro games. You have to complete all these different quests. You gotta go all the way through the classic, and I'm not talking about current gen. Yes, these animations can be used on both current gen and next gen, but the grind for acceleration is extremely wild for next gen. But less on that, more on the animations. My bad, I got off topic. But yeah, James Harden is the one I've been using. Is actually green lights. I got really used to it because I had to play a lot of games, short story, and I like it a lot. I did at first like Zach LaVine more, but I've been using James Harden so much, and it creates so much inspiration a large percent of the time, because everybody think you gonna rim run. I don't gotta do that. It's just a fact. Now, normal and pro are decent ones, but I would say James Harden or Zach LaVine is the one you need to go with. Now, if you are above 6'10" and you're a big man, I would say you're probably gonna have to just go with normal, because pretty much all these are gonna be above. Now, you can go with Dirk Nowitzki, but do that. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I actually played against some people in the 1v1 court that was going crazy with the Dirk into the corner. I can't lie. But I would just go with normal, me personally. All right, now it's gonna be pretty much the best layup packages. Now, there's a lot of layup packages. I gotta make a video going over everything for the layup package for y'all boys. I've been testing a lot of them. Y'all know every year I test every single layup package and then I make a video ranking every single layup package. I have yet to do that. Now, one thing I say about the layup packages this year, long athlete is gonna be very popular, but it's not by far the best. There's a lot of layup packages you can go with. Now, the favorite ones that I've used so far, long athlete, default small, default swing. Those are layups you can get without doing anything. Now, why are those good? Because you can do the scoop layups. The scoop layups are very, very good, especially on default small. So, yeah. Now, when it comes to layup packages like Circus, Jelly, Kyrie Irving, those are also really good again this year. Now, layup packages like Steph Curry, I have not got around to trying because if you know me, I've never been good with it, and I just haven't got around to trying it this year. But yeah, that's another one if you want to use it. A lot of people love that. But yeah, layup packages this year are going to be very interesting. I can't wait till I get done testing all of them. But the most underrated one this year is probably going to be John Wall. John Wall, I believe, when it's all said and done, is going to be the best all-around layup package. It has some circus. It got some long athlete. It got some Kyrie. It got a little bit of everything in its layup. And I really do think it could, when it's all said and done, be the best layup package in the game. All right, and for the post animations, it didn't really add much for y'all boys. You can throw on Kobe Fade. I got Pro 2 on because I just didn't change it. But on my big, I do use Kobe Fade. That's the MJ. That's the, come on, man. That's the Otto. Kobe. Come on now. RIP Bean. All right, next is the post hook. I don't have this equipped as well, but on my big, I do use Joel Embiid. I don't really use post hooks. It's very toxic. If you throwing this on to be toxic, I'll be honest, 2K nerfed the mess out of y'all post scores, but I'm gonna be honest, at the same time, they went crazy this year with how many different new animations they have in the post. It's actually crazy. It actually kind of takes skill this year to be a post scorer if you actually want to use skill. If that makes sense. But yeah, that's the post hook. And for the post up shot, we back with the Kobe RP Bean. And yeah, that's gonna be pretty much the best post animations in the game. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. But if y'all boys want more videos like this, I can get y'all a dedicated for anything. But if y'all want to like for anything, like for the dribble tutorial, because that's probably the next like real tutorial that we're gonna be giving y'all boys. I'm gonna try to drop as many bangers this season as possible, because I think this season is gonna be the Christmas season. I think it's gonna have not just Thanksgiving, but Halloween. That bro, Halloween was literally slipping my mind. I don't know about y'all, but that's probably the worst holiday for me. I don't really be doing much for it. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, I think this also might have Christmas. If not, it's gonna end like around like 2 weeks before Christmas. It's gonna be something like that. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you guys want more videos like this, like the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on notifications, share the video to anybody. I mean anybody you think will help. Without further ado, man, it's your boy YaboiFitz, man. I'm out there, man. Yeah, you run around the six. Yeah, I got 406. Oh yeah, I got a bar at a 6. I got a ton of this.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Yeah! Alright, now we at the part of the video where we really just trying to see what's the celebration. We gave y'all all the best animation for pretty much every single category. Show you guys all the new animations for all the important categories. But now we trying to see if 2K gonna play with us again for another year and see if it's gonna take these niggas 8 seasons to drop the Let Your Nuts Hang. So we gonna go through all this. And just to see what's new, but also we really want to see one thing and one thing only. So, for the jump shots for the 5v5s, I guess if you play in my career, they added 2 new ones, Quiet Down. Let's see what that look like. Oh, that's actually decent. I ain't gonna cap. That's actually decent. And Can't Guard Me, I probably need this because I ain't never seen. Nah, I don't mess with that. I ain't gonna lie. Now, for the dunks, we got the Big Yell. Okay, we had that last year. That's not new. The other ones was new, but that's not new. Now, for the shoulder bounce, for the part, okay, that's not too noticeable, I'm gonna be honest. Now, one thing I did notice last night when I was playing on the new patch, it seems like these animations do pop a little bit more frequently. Now, you know, it's supposed to be after you green 3 straight, it's supposed to do it every time, but that really ain't did that, and I don't really be messing like that, so the fact that it wasn't popping up was kind of blowing me a little bit, but yeah, I was getting it to pop up a lot more frequently last night than usual. Now, for the part dunks, Sky's following, that's another one that's not really new. I don't think we don't even care about that. Okay, so they gave us a couple new ones. Okay, so let's show all on all this. Let's make sure. Hold on, am I showing all on all? Let me make sure I'm not trolling. Okay, I'm not trolling. Let's go back to this head tap. Okay, that's head tap is not new, is it? That was in the game, wasn't it? Am I tripping? I swore that was already in the game. All right, ring. Let's see what this is. Ring me? Okay, that's not bad. Okay. Hey, that might be the new little. They need, bro. 2K need like a high five where you could do it with your teammates. But this is the closest thing we have where we got actual rock paper scissors. Hey, I'm buying that 2K. I like that. I like where y'all head at with that one. All right, let's see what else they got. Loaded for the. Okay. That looked like a 3-point. I'm not seeing it though. This is where it should be around in this area. Okay, so we got hype. What is hype? Okay, no, that's not. That's the same old hype. It's the same old hype. Shh. He finished just 2K, y'all playing with me, bro. 3 on the sleeve. That's the same old 3 on the sleeve that we had for the past couple years. Zoe for 3. And he gonna let it hang. Okay, hey, 2K, it better be like in the park or something. Okay, so we got the dice roll for all the boys that love gambling. We know the 2K community can't do nothing without wagering all the time. So yes, that's for y'all boys. We seen these push flip. Man, 2K, I ain't gonna lie, bro. 2K, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Okay, the surf was decent, but I ain't gonna lie, 2K. Bro, 2K, we don't want anything but to let your nuts hang. The ball of Nelly, what the hell is he even doing? Ah, man, 2K, I ain't gonna lie. 2K, y'all done let me down again? Bro, we not finna do a whole year of this again where y'all take all year just to drop the best animation. It took y'all like 7 seasons to drop the Curry slide. This year, y'all ain't dropped the Curry slide or the Trae Young off rip. Now, y'all did give us the Damian Lillard off rip, which is really good to carry. But I mean, come on, man. Come on. Now, y'all gatekeeping the Trae Young, the Curry slide, and the let your nuts hang another year? Come on, 2K. I ain't gonna lie.